you doing, man?
Yeah.
Go ahead. Go.
Rolling out. Family.
Yeah. Talk about this coming out to support, man. You always supporting your peers.
Like family, so I make sure I see everything he does, and plus every time I go see his movie, I have a ball. So, he's the man.
Talk about his business mindset, because he's figured something out. What is it?
Everybody, he keeps. I remember when Haunted House came out, and it came out against Gangster Squad, and that movie cost $50 million, and Marlon made his movie for a micro budget with his own resources for $1 million, and he made $20 million, and Gangster Squad was number 2. I don't know what they made, but less than him. So Marlon, he's genius. It's talent. He had touch a nerve, and other people can spend all the money in the world, but they can't duplicate what he does.
Finding something in the original film that's worthy to make fun of for a whole movie. So, Marlon comes from that family, he comes from that science, so he has a good way of executing it.
So, I always see you coming out to support your fellow peers. How important is it to you, and why is just supporting your fellow peers important just in Hollywood in general?
Well, we gotta support each other, man. Marlon texted me yesterday and was like, come to my movie premiere, and I'm like, dude, I don't got nothing to wear. I gotta get a haircut in the morning. Like, I got a bunch of stuff I'm working on. And he was like, dude, if you don't bring your ass, and I had to. I was like, listen, you're right. This is your big night, and that's my man, and it's a funny film. So we here, and we gotta support each other, man. If we don't support each other, nobody else in this town will.
Drea, first of all, you look absolutely beautiful as always.
Thank you.
So a little about what brought you out tonight. Obviously, you're here for 50 Shades of Black, but what about Marlon Wayans made you want to come out tonight?
Well, actually, Marlon is a personal friend of mine, so I hit him up, and I needed to make sure that he knew I was coming to this, and I was going to be here supporting him. So I actually was personally invited from Marlon, and I appreciate that, because it was really important to me to come support him for this project.
I want to ask you about that support. I mean, how important is it for you to support your peers and to get support from other people as you yourself step out as an actress this year?
Well, with all the static that's going on with our race and culture in the movie business, we got to support each other. It's really important that we stick together and that we come out and we do this. And nowadays we have this crazy thing called social media, and we get to tell other people how amazing our experience was, and it just helps, and that's helping us. It's helping our culture, and it's helping our people, so that's why I'm here.
There's a formula I feel like that you figured out with Marlon. Talk about that formula a little bit and why it works so well for you.
Our formula is there's a little bit of an unwritten kind of recipe here. Marlon and I, we see these movies, and something just clicks. We just watch a movie like 50 Shades of Grey, and we go, we have to make fun of this. And it's like we connect, through our brains, our psychic powers, and we lock into it, and we got to do it. There's just something else. There's like some bigger universal thing that says this is the one to go after.
The formula, man. The formula of coming together and making a film with Marlon Wayans. Like, what does it take to come together and make a successful, parody with Marlon Wayans?
Well, you know what, Marlon already got it in hand. Marlon is one of them dudes that he's a comedy genius. He came from a big comedy family, and I was just telling them that when I was watching 50 Shades of Grey, I was thinking in my mind, I'm like, I know Marlon gonna spoof this. Ain't no way. And I'm like, this is a movie he's gonna spoof. You know what I mean? Like, you can look at the movies and tell, because I'm sitting there looking at it, I'm like, damn, what if the dude did this? And what if she said this? And I said, oh, shit. Marlon gonna spoof this.
So he comes from a long history of comedy. What is something that you learn from him? I know you're an expert in experience yourself, but do you ever learn from your peers today?
Yeah, Marlon is not only a great comedian, he's a good businessman. He's been taking these small model movies and turning them into movies that make money. So I really like that formula. I like how he get down on that.
Yeah, we go to different places that Gray don't go to. This is a comedy. Everybody's like, oh, it's a parody. No, it's a comedy. It's a romantic comedy placed in the world of BDSM.
Any advice for Chris Rock? People are like, he shouldn't do it. He should do it.
I don't tell Chris anything. Chris knows. I text with Chris. Chris is gonna go in there and blow it up like he always does. Perfect person to do color commentary about Oscar So White is Chris Rock. Period. Let me get in there for start this movie without me. Love.
What's my